What's going on, you guys? Today we're gonna be playing Lone Echo 2. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna go and open up the Let's do
Morning, sunshine. And how are we feeling today?
You are the only person who calls me Jack.
Is that your way of saying you're going to miss me?
I have a visual on the anomaly. It seems to be growing more unstable.
My God! Incoming, Jack!
Olivia, everything is going to be fine. Are you injured?
What the hell is this?
I'm called Apollo. I mean you no harm. Ready to execute FTL jump.
Here we go! Where are we? Talk to me, Juno.
His digital cortex is showing minimal synapse activity.
Jack? I think he can hear me.
I wish you had told me sooner that you were trying to repair him. I might have been more of a help.
Just keep the connection stable. There, you see? Now here's a sight for sore eyes. Good morning, sunshine. How are we feeling?
I don't know, Captain.
Juno.
The unit appears disoriented.
Yeah, time traveling 400 years into the future will do that to you.
Are you certain he's fully functional?
Go on, Jack. Tell her you're all right.
I think so. A little confused.
I don't doubt it. You've been out of commission ever since our little time jump on the Estrella.
Maybe we should run through his calibration program.
I just spent the past 3 months patching him up. You think I made a mistake?
Well, you're only human.
Well, how about we ask him? What do you think, Jack? You want to run your calibration program?
That won't be necessary.
Sorry, Juno. He's not interested.
An android willing to blatantly disregard protocol. I wonder where he learned that.
It is a mystery. Well, go on then. It's time we got him out of there.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable letting an untested android loose in the habitat.
My name is Jack.
Jack. Yes, of course. I meant no offense. You may call me Juno. I'm a fully transient artificial intelligence. I have been assigned as your caretaker.
Well, that's one word for it.
Captain, please,
What was that?
Just a minor fluctuation in the power grid. Not to worry.
That's the 4th time just this morning.
I assure you, Captain, it's nothing to be concerned about. I'll be right back.
And there she goes. Come on, let's get you out of that contraption. There we are. Come on out. Try and take it slow. You've been offline for nearly 4 months. How does that feel?
Everything seems to be in working order.
You could try to sound a little less surprised.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, I didn't mean
It's
to.
all right, Jack. I'm just giving you a hard time. Haven't had the chance in a while. Okay, so physically you seem to be in order. But I know you've probably got a few questions.
I could do with some catching up, yes.
You bet. Ask me whatever you like. Or, if you'd rather, I can give you a quick tour of our new home. Whatever you want to do.
I could use a moment if that's all right.
By all means, take all the time you need. Just give us a shout when you're ready to go.
At least you can still monitor your swear count.
Well, sort of. That thing's not quite right anymore.
How so?
Ever since I got it back, it's been counting words that aren't even cursive.
Must be an error in its vocal processing algorithms.
See what I mean?
How peculiar.
Perfect. I swear sometimes it feels like this place is just a hair's breadth from falling to pieces. That usually works.
Where exactly are we?
We're on a space station orbiting Saturn.
That sounds familiar.
Well, not our old station, obviously. After we made our jump to the future, we were picked up off the Estrella and brought here and placed in isolation.
Isolation?
Juno says it's standard procedure. As if there is such a thing for time travel. Ah, there we go. Honestly, I wish I knew more about this place. But Juno's not exactly been forthcoming with the details. Hey, but maybe now that I've got you back, we can work on getting some answers. And here we have the luxury suite. It's a far cry from my old room on the Kronos, but I think I've managed to spruce it up a bit. What do you think?
You appear to be settling in well enough.
Not much choice, really. I mean, it's not as though we can just hop a charter back to the 22nd century. Juno's let me co-opt a few cargo drones to dig through what's left of the Kronos.
The Kronos 2 is still out there.
I mean, I can't be sure, but yeah. I think there are at least 1 or 2 sections that managed to stay in orbit after all these years. Plus, there was quite a bit of debris that got pulled into the future with us. It was a good thing, too. Otherwise, I'd never have found all the parts I needed to fix you. Oh, moving on, are we? The common room's just through here. Well, this is it. Our new home. Such as it is.
Captain Rowe?
Ah, Juno. There you are. We were beginning to worry.
Somehow I doubt that. I thought you'd like to know. We have another cargo drone inbound.
How long?
A few minutes, maybe more.
Ah, perfect. So we have some time then. If you'd like, Jack, go on and have a look around. If there's anything more you'd like to know, just ask. I'm here.
How long do we have to remain here?
I'm afraid I'm unable to answer that question at this time.
Yeah, she's been singing that song since we got here.
What happened to me?
Truth be told, I'm not sure. We were on the Estrella, still trying to wrap our heads around the fact we'd just, time traveled, when you started crashing. One system at a time. I barely managed to save your poor memory. Luckily, kept you alive long enough for me to work out how to fix you.
Thank you, Liv.
Please. You saved my life how many times? The very least I could do was return the favor.
I must admit, I'm a little surprised you've remained in isolation for this long.
Well, I wasn't about to go anywhere without you, was I?
I understand, but
Oh, come off it, Jack. You've done the same for me.
do we have an update on the drone?
I'm sure it won't be much longer. Actually, since we're here, there's something I want to show you. Do you remember when the Estrella first arrived and I thought it was an alien ship?
But it wasn't. It was a human ship from the future. This future.
Right, but here's the thing. Look at this AI core from the Estrella. I've been on this station for a while and I can find nothing, not a single piece of tech compatible with this core. Almost as if it doesn't belong here.
That is odd.
That's far from the only mystery I'm trying to suss out at the moment. And since we know Juno is not going to be of any help...
I wish I could assist you, Captain, but I'm afraid my directives forbid me from doing so.
See what I mean? So, it's up to us to go digging around for answers on our own. here is where I'd like to start.
A hollow table.
Much like the one we had back home on the Kronos, apart from one small difference.
Which is?
It doesn't work. The display emitter's shot. If we can replace the emitter, get this thing working, we might be able to access the facility's mainframe.
I assume you've already checked for a spare emitter?
More than a few times. No luck. Not to worry, I've got a friend looking out for a replacement.
A friend?
He'll be along shortly with one of the cargo drones.
Captain Rhodes, speaking of the cargo drone.
Is it on approach?
It is, yes. We'll need you to open the outer door so the cargo drone can dock at the ham.
Jack? Would you mind terribly?
Not at all.
Splendid.
Outer door.
Be right back, guys. Alright, here we go, I'm back.
Opening.
Thanks. I'm heading up. Look, there's the Estrella. Well, what's left of it anyway.
What happened to the fore section?
Must have broken off when we made the jump. Stayed in the past. Don't suppose we'll ever manage to make it back. Ah, here comes our little friend now. Look familiar?
That looks like the CubeSat I extracted from our old comms network. P09-CRN.
Think you mean popcorn? It's about time. I was starting to think you'd been lost.
You call him Popcorn.
Well, it's certainly better than P09-CRN. Don't you think, Echo 1?
Fair point.
So, did you find an emitter? And it's going to work this time? Close enough. All right, Jack, let's start pulling in the salvage.
Where do you need me?
There's a delivery chute along the wall to my left. It looks like a big tube sticking out of the wall. I'll pull in the salvage, you scan and identify it.
Understood.
Oh, popcorn.
Hello.
Well, come on. Let's let him out of there before he pops the circuit. Okay. Best I can tell, that means thanks. Yes, hello? So, the display emitter is inside? Ah, excellent. Let's finish sifting through the rest of the salvage.
And the next one's gonna be the,
Isn't this one of your old toy dinosaurs from the Kronos 2?
You're right. That's Adam. Remarkable how many of those toy dinos survived.
Would you like to keep it?
Your call. I mean, we don't need it, but I suppose it could be nice to post it up on one of the consoles or something.
I suppose there's no harm in keeping it.
Not at all. He jumped 400 years, same as us. We time travelers have to stick together.
One of my upper extremities, or more accurately, what's left of it.
See? There you go, you found one. Now just repeat that a few hundred more times and you'll start to get an idea of what it took to patch you up. You're lucky the Kronos had so many backup shells.
There's certainly nothing wrong with a little redundancy.
You know,
I think I've heard that before.
What should I do with this?
whatever you like. It's your hand, after all.
We may as well keep it. Perhaps it might prove useful.
Don't you mean it might come in handy?
Was that a serious question, or was that meant to be funny?
Neither, apparently. Let's just move on, shall we?
And here it is.
Is this the emitter?
Give it a scan and I'll confirm. That's it, Jack. Let's hope this one works.
Shall I run decontamination?
Frankie, stop barking.
Yes,
Sorry,
Nice
that
work,
was my
Rocco.
dog. That was my dog. He won't stop barking.
Right. Now we're off to the
His name is
races.
Frankie.
Let's get that emitter down to the hollow table. About time we got some answers. I'll meet you down there.
I'm ready to put the display emitter in.
Emitter installed.
This is what you'll need.
I'll squeeze underneath and reset the circuit. Right, just give me a tick. How's that? See anything up there?
I'm seeing an image, but it's glitching.
Alright, give me a moment. Bollocks. Okay, if I'm reading these schematics right, the only way we're going to sort this out is by doing a complete master reset. As you might expect, there's a number of steps involved. I'm going to need your help here. Okay, you should be seeing a keypad up there. In order to start the reset process, you'll need a specific command code. Try 0915.
Stand by. Confirmed. Code accepted. The system is requesting I use a slider to confirm. It is, however, locked.
Alright, I can unlock it, but this step requires a bit of coordination. I'll need to disconnect the circuit at the same time you confirm the reset.
On the count of 3.
Yes, on 3. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'll unlock it. 1, 2, 3. So, how'd that work out?
I'm detecting an increased amount of hydrocarbon particles in our vicinity. Is something burning?
Oh, shit. Shit! Ow, that's hot. Okay, so we're gonna need another power coupling. Should be a replacement kicking around here somewhere. Think you could track it down for me?
Any idea where to start?
I'm sure there's a spare power coupling hanging around close by. You know where it is. Well, go on then.
I'm on it. Here you are.
Thanks, Jack. Just give me a sec. There. Power coupling installed. Give me some good news.
Sorry, Captain. I'm afraid it's a lost cause.
Hold on. No, it isn't. It worked. More or less.
More or less.
The image is somewhat distorted.
Well, that won't do. Hang on. How's that? Better?
Yes, that rectified it.
Chiron Station Network Access Client. Habitat Alpha online. Mainframe connection established. Synchronizing control devices.
Liv, you're beeping.
Personal user interface synchronized.
Well, that's helpful. Alright, let's see what we can dig up. Here we are. Habitat A.
Those icons. That must be us.
I was right. We're the only ones here.
Yes, well, this has all been terribly enlightening. Shall we move on?
Okay, so there's no one else in the hab. But what about the rest of the station? This is everything.
Affirmative. This image represents all of Chiron Station.
Right, let's see who else is on board. Jack, you mind taking a look at the map while I keep searching on here?
Of course.
We've got some questions that need answering.
We're not receiving any signal from the other habitat.
That's not a good sign. If there was anyone left, the other habitat would be where I'd expect to find them.
This part of the facility appears to be under construction.
You think there'd be someone around them?
No reading.
That's odd.
The station's generator is deserted as well.
You see that readout? Running a little hot, wouldn't you say?
Indeed. That would explain the power fluctuations we've been experiencing.
Pretty good bet.
Every branch of the station connects to this structure here, the transit hub. Still no signs of any crew. Or anyone at all, really. Not showing any occupants in the research wing either.
There's no one. The station's deserted.
According to this, we're alone.
Juno, what the hell? Where's the crew?
Technically, I never said there was a crew on this station.
So we're alone here.
I didn't say that either.
Oh, forget it. I'm not going round in circles with you again. There's got to be something else.
Captain Rhodes,
Juno, unless you're about to explain to me exactly what the hell's going on, I would keep quiet. Hang on. I think I might have hit upon something here. Looks like a priority message on a loop.
Priority alert. Containment protocols breached. Multiple branch sectors compromised. General evacuation order has been issued.
oh dear.
Evacuation order?
Proceed immediately to your designated lifeboats. Message will repeat in 1 minute.
All right, Juno. Start talking.
Captain Rhodes, I assure you, there is no need for concern. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh? What do you mean, uh-oh?
I think we need to evacuate.
What was that?
That was an electrical malfunction.
You mean one of those electrical malfunctions you told us not to worry about?
No. Okay, yes, but this is different.
Different how?
That last energy spike overloaded one of our substations. The hab's power grid is collapsing.
How do we stop it?
We can't. At least not from here.
So we're just supposed to sit here and do nothing?
Juno.
All right, listen carefully. I may only have a few moments before we lose contact. Jack, I'm unlocking your reactive cutter. There's an emergency release on the door leading out of here. You can use your cutter to gain access. You still have some time before the hab becomes unsafe. Make your way to the terminal. There should be a tram there that will take you to...
Juno?
Juno, acknowledge. We've lost contact.
You know, I always thought I'd enjoy this moment a bit more.
Perhaps we should...
Get the hell out of here. Yeah. Still a lot of questions that need answering, and sticking around here is not going to help us.
Plus life support is failing.
Yeah, plus that. This must be the emergency release here. Behind this panel on the door.
I'll take a look. I should be able to cut through the bolts that secure the panel. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice, that did it. Here, help me pull it open. You take that side. Well, here we go. At least emergency lighting still seems to be active. Power's still up in this area.
I doubt that will last. We should keep moving.
Sign above the door says, to tram. That's where we're headed. Whoever built this plate...
Initializing scan. Authorization denied. Initializing container.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I mean, that did just probably shave a couple of years off my lifespan, but...
Let's hope not.
What the hell was that?
Most likely some form of security measure.
Well, it must not work too well if we're tripping it on the way out.
It doesn't appear to be working at all anymore.
Door's sealed. We must have triggered some kind of lockdown procedure. Not seeing any sort of emergency release or access panel. You'd expect there'd be some sort of override or...
Liv, up here. There's a control room.
Let's see.
If there is a way to get the door open, I expect that is where we'll find it.
Yes, now we just have to find a way inside. But how? All the doors are locked. Yes, exactly. This damn contraption.
Containment protocol. Please proceed to the infirmary for further...
Sorry about that, guys. For some reason, my quest. Okay.
Instructions.
Good enough. Yeah, let's check it out.
An infirmary, right next to security.
Yeah, strange. You know, this place looks familiar. Let's have a look around.
Yeah, all the ship's power is out.
There's a small door over here.
Probably an access point for maintenance.
Could give us a way into the control room.
Let's see if we can find a way to get it open.
And
This control panel appears to be sealed, though what it actually controls, I'm not sure.
Only one way to find out. Well, only one quick way.
Cut the panel off.
Exactly.
I found a way to access the maintenance ducts,
Nice work.
but the controls are faulty. The accessway won't stay open long enough for me to get inside.
Scoot over. Maybe I can hold it open for you. Didn't see much light up there, by the way.
I assume my headlamp still works?
Should do. Just press the switch on either side of your head.
Headlamp checks out. Good to go.
Right. I'll hold open the hatch. You head up into the ducts. Ready?
Ready?
There, it's open. Head on up. What do you see?
Very little. I suspect these ducts have not been accessed in quite some time.
See if you can find a path to the control room.
I think we may be coming up on the control room. Stand by. There's some grating blocking access to the control room. I might be able to cut through.
Do it. Not like anyone's gonna notice. Jack, over here. See anything resembling door controls up there?
Give me a moment to investigate. There is a keypad here, but I don't know the access code.
Do you think there could be any chance someone's gone and left it written down somewhere nearby?
I would sincerely doubt it. Do people really do that?
Happens a lot more often than you might think.
That is grossly negligent.
I wouldn't say grossly.
You've done it before, haven't you?
Look, we're burning oxygen here. Go on, see what else you can find.
Recharging.
You're thinking it might have the passcode?
The unit's drive data might still be salvageable.
Without your scanner, you'll need Popcorn to extract the data. Popcorn, you can help him out there, yeah? Seems he might have hit upon something.
I think he just passed an objective to my ARM computer.
A bit bossy, aren't you?
Popcorn has passed me the security code. 1451.
Well, maybe we can use it to get these doors open.
Override unlocked.
That did it. Security's lifted. Come on out of there. I'll meet you in the next corridor.
On our way. Come on, Popcorn. Let's go.
Great, well done in there. Yes, you too.
Projector in place.
Excellent. Just 3 more to go. Well, there's actually a tram here. I was starting to worry...
Captain Rhodes, can you hear me?
Juno?
Juno, your signal is very faint.
The power grid is continuing to collapse. In order to depart, 2 problems need to be resolved. 1. The tram is disengaged from the transit rail line. The second issue is that the exit airlock has been damaged. I'm uploading the schematics for the tram station to the captain's wrist computer.
Juno,
Ah, delightful. She uploaded the tram schematics. These look... a bit in-depth. Right, let's see. Moving tram from maintenance rails to transit rails. Rail course index through... inaccessible weekly. Or... Popcorn could just point out the rail lines. Also works.
Warning. Life support failure. Please proceed to the nearest evacuation point.
Not entirely sure, but I believe that's Popcorn speak for this is maintenance rail. And this is obviously the transit rail. The one that actually goes somewhere. So we'll need to get the tram over to it.
she also mentioned the tram airlock is no longer functional.
Right. That's the other issue. Here, let's multitask. I'll take a look at the airlock while you tackle the tram.
Nice.
Divide and conquer.
Well, at least one of those.
What's first?
Well, these instructions are somewhat dense. It mentions aligning 4 stasis projectors alongside the tram. These must be them.
Align stasis projectors. I'm on it.
Right. Now, let's see how damaged this airlock actually is.
Liv, this console has been damaged. Why would someone destroy the controls?
Oh, bollocks. They've really mucked up these controls.
Can they be repaired?
Definitely not. Well, maybe. I'll keep you posted. It also meant...
Tram released.
Okay, nice work. Let's see here. Page 1138. Words. Looks like the next step is moving the tram itself over. Well, this will be a new hurdle.
Oh, what's that?
It mentions a tram control console. You know, the one you found that's busted.
Are there alternatives?
I don't know. Maybe see if there's a manual control?
I found a sealed auxiliary panel.
It's worth a look. Let's cut it open.
I've located a manual transfer control.
That's a relief. Just about wrapped up these airlock repairs. How are things looking on your end?
I'm nearly finished here as well. The tram's now aligned underneath the transit ramp.
Chiron Station, rapid transit online. Now boarding.
Shall we?
There's a control panel in the front.
Mind doing the honors?
Destination set. Please prepare for departure.
Hold on to something, Jack.
Departing for transit hub in 3, 2, 1. Airlock cycle complete. For your safety, please hold on. Accelerating to transit speed in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god. This place is massive.
Far more expensive than even the holomap implied.
So, where is everyone? What could have happened here?
It is difficult to determine the station's condition from this distance.
Well, I'm not getting my hopes up.
It's the
Wait.
biomass.
Something wrong.
Do you see that? Up
Yep.
ahead in the cavern.
It's biomass. The biomass is back. They changed the look of the biomass, and when you get affected by it,
Oh
it's
my
it's pretty cool.
god.
Yeah, it's back.
It's the biomass.
Yep, the biomass is back.
It must be reacting to the energy flowing through the tram line.
If you do not like to see nasty stuff like this, then don't watch this part.
Are we? We're slowing down.
Probably because the biomass.
The tram is on autopilot. Controls are locked until we reach the end of the line.
Yep, it's also on autopilot as well. Yeah, if you
Well,
don't like seeing
you
nasty
did want to
stuff-
know what happened to the station.
Right. Serves me right for asking.
Yeah. There's the Estrella. Well, what's left of it.
Is it possible to feel utterly blindsided and at the same time completely unsurprised?
Approaching destination. Stand by for deceleration. Please hold on. Reducing speed in 3, 2, 1.
At least there's one thing we know Juno was telling the truth about.
What's that?
It probably was a lot safer in the herb.
Now arriving, Chiron Station, Central Transit Hub.
Looks clear, as far as I can tell. Let's have a look around, see what we can find.
Welcome to Chiron Station. Today's date is 24 April 2537.
Right. Well, at least the big holographic tree still works.
Indeed. It's possible the power grid is more stable in this area.
What is this?
There's the Kronos.
Liv, up here.
Atlas vessel.
What is it?
It appears to be an old Atlas transport.
And what do you suppose a ship from our time is doing here?
I brought it here.
Juno?
Hello, Captain Rhodes. Jack. I'm glad to see you're still safe.
Juno? Are you saying this is your ship?
That's a complicated question. The ship is my home, but it doesn't belong to me.
Then who does it belong to?
I'm afraid I'm not permitted to disclose that information.
Imagine my shock.
I am sorry, Captain Rhodes. I would tell you if I could, but my directives...
What about life support? Does the ship still have atmosphere?
The ship is currently suffering the same power disruptions as the station. However, if one were to cycle the ship's reactor,
Then we'd have life support.
in theory,
How do we get on board?
the docking platform is in the next sector, through the security checkpoint. I can show you the way.
Hold on. You're not allowed to tell us anything about the ship itself, but helping us get on board, that's no problem.
My primary directive is to keep you alive, and the best way to do that is to get you on board the ship. The door's sealed. I will need a moment to bypass the security constraints.
So you're really not part of the station?
I am what's known as a transient program, capable of gaining limited access to a variety of different networks. But I consider the ship to be my true home. There we are.
Never thought I'd see an Atlas ship out the window again.
Do you think it's safe following Juno to that ship? There's clearly a lot more she has yet to tell us.
Yeah, but not by choice. Somebody's pulling her strings. And I'll bet whoever it is, they're on that ship. Looks like we've got another door on the blink.
Let's get a closer look.
You see anything?
Liv, there's something moving on the other side of the door. Some sort of creature.
Let me guess. Small, spongy, and covered in tentacles.
How did you know?
Because there's one over here, too. Come and have a look. What is that?
That is a tick.
I'm sorry, you say that like I'm supposed to know what it means? Ugh.
Ticks are an evolved form of the biomass.
How do you mean, evolved?
Accelerated evolutionary growth is an inherent physiological trait in all biomass forms. It's one of the main reasons the biomass is so resilient.
Why does it keep following me like that?
Ticks instinctually seek out the closest viable energy source, which in this case happens to be you.
Oh, lovely. Alright, so now what do we do?
The only way we can proceed is by removing those ticks.
Well, let's have a look around then. There's got to be some way to get rid of these things.
It seems likely this form of biothreat is closely related to the spore variant we are more familiar with.
It's amazing that despite all the odds, they somehow got uglier. It'd be easier to see without this thing trying to eat my face.
There isn't any way to get this door open.
So long as that tick is leeching its power, the door is inoperable.
Any ideas, Jack?
If you guys hear popping noises,
What about that
they're
disposal
shooting
unit?
fireworks.
That
right
might
now.
work. You'll just need to find a way to get them into the chute. It will be dangerous, but I don't see any other option. You'll need to clear the area before boarding the ship.
How the hell are we supposed to clear the room if we can't even get inside?
According to the station's schematics, there should be another way to access the security checkpoint through the loading bay. It's just this way.
It's awfully dark in there. Are you sure it's safe?
Not as sure as I'd like to be. I'll try to scan the area ahead for potential threats. Stand by.
No use. Can't see a thing. Jack, mind using your headlamp to throw some light in there?
Some more of the biomass.
I'm seeing a considerable biomass presence on the other side.
Shit.
Captain Rhodes,
We know, Juno. We saw it.
I'm afraid this means you'll have to stay behind.
What?
Jack and I will continue through the loading bay. Once we clear the docking terminal...
No, absolutely not.
I'm sorry, Captain, but I cannot allow you to proceed. The risk is far too great.
Well, if it's too risky for me, it's too risky for Jack.
It's all right, Liv. I'll be careful.
Jack, no. We've been over this. Listen, I know you're used to thinking of yourself as invincible, but you're not. Not anymore. If you go in there with only one shell and something happens, you could...
Actually, Captain, I think there may be a way for Jack to avoid that possibility.
Yeah, you can avoid it by not going.
As I was scanning the loading bay, I detected a working fabricator in the adjacent section. If Jack and I can get it powered on, we should be able to use it to scan his architecture into the station's database.
So, you're saying he'd be able to reboot again?
Exactly.
Don't worry, Liv. I can handle this.
I promise, Captain. I won't let Jack do anything that might put him in jeopardy.
All right. All right. If we're gonna do this, let's do it. Just watch yourself in there, okay? I'll be waiting back at the security entrance.
Understood. I'll see you on the other side.
Let's maybe mind our phrases, yeah?
Oh, I didn't mean...
It's all right. I know what you meant. Good luck. Popcorn.
I'll unlock the door for you. Stand by. Ready when you are. Jack, up here. The emergency power switch is in this control room.
How do I get inside?
You'll need to go through the maintenance ducts. There should be an access way nearby.
You're sure all the biomass in this sector is dormant?
As sure as it can be. Of course, that will change once we get emergency power back online.
But by then he'll be able to reboot, right?
It will take a minute or two to get Jack scanned into the system, but that is more or less correct. Ah, there you are.
Okay, I really don't know why my headset's disconnecting like that, but let's get back into it. You might see a whole bunch of that because my headset's disconnecting.
This override switch will restore emergency power to the local grid.
Whoa, what was that?
Emergency power has been restored. The door to the loading bay is unlocked.
What about the fabricator?
Online and ready to scan. Jack, if you'll follow me. Just climb inside and we'll begin. This will only take a few moments.
New template created. Echo Unit Series 11. Initializing fixed tomographic scan. Mapping target composition. Replicating internal functionality. Linking neural matrix to network. Scan complete.
Did it work?
Scan output shows no errors. Neural connection is green. Yes, it worked.
You're sure?
From this point forward, if Jack's cell becomes damaged or destroyed, he will automatically reprint at the nearest working fabricator.
Well, Jack, how do you feel?
More or less the same.
That's it?
The scan procedure wasn't particularly invasive. My cortical functions remain largely unaltered, apart from having my reboot ability restored, of course.
Right. Just that one tiny little life-saving detail.
It's unfortunate that fabricators are incapable of replicating organic matter. Otherwise, Captain, we'd be able to scan you into the system as well.
Right. Well, the important thing is Jack's back to normal.
We're all done here. Jack, I've reopened the access hatch. Make your way back through the maintenance duct. I'll be waiting for you by the entrance to the loading bay.
On my
If
way.
y'all don't
Be
like
careful.
scenes,
Restoring emergency...
okay, really, I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, I don't really know why it's doing that. Something's probably wrong with this link cable. I don't know why it's doing that, because this is a brand new headset. But anyway, guys, I just want to tell you, if you like to see that, that part that you're about to see, if you do not like seeing nasty stuff like that, like the biomass, then you can skip this part.
Power has awakened the biomass, so unless you're planning to test your new reboot ability, I would avoid all contact.
Understood.
Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. I literally almost made contact.
Well done making it through unharmed. It's clear you've had extensive experience with the biomass.
More than enough, yes.
Now then,
Liv, we are moving into the loading bay.
Copy that. Keep me posted on comms, alright?
Of course.
I'll continue to scan the station's database for any additional schematics or equipment that might be of use.
Sure, you do that. Good luck in there, Jack.
The way ahead is through this door. But if you try to open it now, the tick is sure to attack you. We should find a way to pacify it before we even attempt opening the door.
What is this panel in the floor?
An electrical bypass. It allows you to direct emergency power to various systems in the area. You can use your cutter to gain access. You can lift the lever to reroute power. Ah, so the bypass powers the crane arm. That will certainly keep the tick occupied. Now we should be able to safely open the door. We're fortunate the store has an emergency release. Not all of them do. Now just pull the release handle and the door will unlatch. That's it. You should be able to slide the door open. Watch yourself. There are 2 more ticks at the end of the corridor. Shields at 95%. Another tick. Take care moving forward.
Copy that.
Doors powering up. Power rerouted. It appears the transformer on the far wall is now live. That did it. Well done. You'll need to repower the door before continuing. More ticks in the next room.
We'll need some way to distract them.
Shields at 95%.
Got it.
That tick must
Skillful
really
work,
block
Echo
me.
One.
Door powered down. Door power restored.
Shields at 50%.
See you later, Pastille tick.
This is concerning. I didn't realize the infestation was so prevalent in this area of the facility.
You don't have any way to detect it in advance.
I only have limited access to the station's internal sensors, which at the moment aren't even fully operational.
You mind telling us just what the hell happened here?
There was a biomass outbreak.
I'll bet it's your attention to detail that sets you apart from all the other AIs.
There's not much more I can tell you without violating my directives.
Well, what about the crew? Are they really all gone?
All 118 souls aboard the station have either perished or were evacuated.
So then, what the hell are we doing?
After your unexpected arrival aboard the Estrella, I was directed to bring you somewhere safe.
This is safe.
Well, the habitat was safe at the time. Now the ship is our only option.
Brilliant.
This door is completely disconnected from the power grid. It will need an external power source.
Like a battery.
Precisely. Door powered up.
How much farther, Juno?
Nearly there. The security room is just on the other side of this depot.
I assume we'll find more tick swarms?
Technically, the correct term for a group of ticks is a murder.
Appropriate.
I suppose. I always found the term a little too on the nose.
Shoot. It might go for the train. It might. Okay. Nope. Wait,
Jack? Jack, are you alright?
I'm here. The fabrication process and data transfer were both successful.
Oh, thank God for that.
Shields at 95%.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Juno, you said earlier that you were directed to bring us here.
That's correct.
Well, directed by who? I get it. You can't answer that.
Let's just focus on getting you to safety. I suspect much will be made clear once we have you secured aboard the ship. Shield's at 50%. Deftly handled, Jack.
Getting to be quite the tick expert, are we?
I imagine navigating a gauntlet of tick-infested corridors would make anyone an expert.
Battery locked in. Door.
Jack! You made it.
Is everything all right?
Well, I still have a mindless tentacle monster trying with all its might to eat my face. But he hasn't actually managed to do it yet, so all in all, I'd say things are going pretty well.
Disposal unit powered on. Now how do I eject the ticks?
The tick is siphoning power from the disposal unit. You'll have to use the manual ejection switch. Tick jettisoned.
Way to go, Jack.
Just one more to go.
That's it. We're clear.
Confirmed. Room secure.
Nicely done. Now, Juno, if you would, please.
Jack, I need you to repower the door so I can open it.
Appreciate it. Are you alright?
Of course. These reconstructed shells are practically identical to my original design. I hardly notice a difference.
Hardly.
Well, there may be one or two servos that are off by a micrometer or so.
I'm sure you'll manage.